The edge rusher market went through a huge boom when Myles Garrett got paid $40 million per year by the Cleveland Browns, and that number is going to continue to skyrocket. Maybe not exceed 40 million, but it's going to get close, and it's going to get a lot more top heavy. There's not going to be that big distance between Myles Garrett and everybody else. Already saw Max Crosby get paid. Trey Hendrickson still needs to get paid. Micah Parsons still needs to get paid. And yes, TJ Watt's not at Pittsburgh mini camp, so he needs to get paid. Smart teams get ahead of this stuff. They pay their guys early. And all these guys, their teams are being done. You know why? Because the price is just going to go up and up. If TJ gets paid before Micah, Micah's price just went up. If Micah gets paid before TJ, TJ's price just went up. It's so stupid. Trey Hendrickson, not quite in those guys' category, but still going to get paid. And his value is over 30 million. I saw somebody try and tell me that he is not worth that. That's his market. Is he as good against the run as him? No. But he's still good against the run. That doesn't mean he's a one-dimensional player. Stupid. With that said, there are a couple of edge rushers who I just thought of who need to get paid. Soon. I don't know what the holdup is. Travon Walker has become just such an underrated player, partially because he plays for one of the least popular teams in the NFL in Jacksonville, but also because he was picked one pick before Aiden Hutchinson, who just happens to play for one of the most popular teams in the NFL and has been better than Travon Walker, as good as Walker's been. Hutchinson and Walker, there is a little bit of an asterisk next to their name because technically they don't need to get paid this year. They're not on a contract year. They'll have their 5th-year options and then a franchise tag year. But once again, if you're smart, you're going to pay these guys sooner rather than later. There's no reason to wait. Jacksonville, their defensive line has the chance to just be insane. Okay, Eric Armstead, Travon Walker, and Josh Hines Allen. If you can get a defensive mind in there, man, watch out. The problem is the offense has been a mess with T-Law. So Travon Walker and Aiden Hutchinson, they need to get paid. But there's somebody who really needs to get paid. If Denver was smart, they would lock up Nick Bonito right now, okay? The guy's 25. He'll be 26 in late September. This guy was on the Defensive Player of the Year odds in December. Part of that is because the Defensive Player of the Year race was weak this past season, but the guy was awesome, okay? Sack machine. He had a pick six, I think. Okay, so do you pay him $30 million now, which he would probably take? Okay, he's a second-round pick, so there's no 5th-year option. You would have to tag him after this year. Or do you wait a year, like dumb teams, like the Cowboys, and risk him continuing to ascend, because he is an ascending player, and all of a sudden, he declares himself as a top 5 edge rusher, and you're going to be paying him $40 million. Smart teams pay these guys sooner rather than